Welcome in, Renegades. So the internet computer ICP went absolutely parabolic, but what happened? Why are we going down like this? Were we going to see this $8 level? I do have news for you that we did predict this $8 level. It looks like it's being scooped up pretty quick by the whales. But we are also going to show you something that I have proof in the charts. Something that I've been talking about for a very long time. And now I think I can finally prove exactly what this pattern is. It is a combination of the Bitcoin dominance as well as a pump and dump. And it looks like it's on the 1 hour. So this can either happen on the 4 hour, I've seen it, and on the 1 hour. So I like to call it the Bitcoin hammer. And what it does is it pumps up and then it reaches a resistance level. Okay, this is exactly what I've seen in the 1 hour chart. It hits a resistance level and then it dumps again. And what happens is when it pumps, ICP goes up with it a little bit, then it dumps, ICP goes way down, Bitcoin goes back up, hits a resistance. It only pulls ICP up about a little bit and ICP hits resistance just like Bitcoin does. Then we see another move to the downside with Bitcoin before Bitcoin goes back to the same level and it just knocks ICP down, and other cryptos too. It's not just ICP, it's called the Bitcoin hammer. And it depends on how much the Bitcoin dominance is affecting a certain crypto with this specific pattern. So I think we're going to call it the Bitcoin dominance hammer. The Bitcoin dominance hammer. That's what it's called. So we're going to look at that. We're going to have news. Hopefully a couple people are going to be in here. Live special guest here in a minute. He should be in here in about 3 minutes, our first guest. So I do want to talk about a little bit of a recap of this month before we get into news and anything, what we've talked about on the channel. So if you remember, if you go back and look, the video that really blew up my channel, it's called "The End is Near for the Internet Computer Bear Market." And I called this when we were still at sub $5. I think we were somewhere around $3 when I called the end of the bear market, because things were starting to turn around. We started to get momentum. Bitcoin was pumping a lot. It was just a matter of time before the internet computer absolutely just took off. And so we have been just discovering lots of new ecosystem jewels, like tracks, which if you look at my YouTube history, I listen to music a lot. Like when I'm getting ready to do my videos, doing research, I listen to music in the background. When I'm cleaning, when I'm cooking, when I'm working, I'm always listening to music. So tracks is something that, I'm going to probably spend a lot of time over there. The more artists that get over there, the more they have for everybody. Then you have the Gold DAO launch, which is partnered with OGY now. So anytime that you buy a gold NFT, which is a real bar of gold or, gram of gold or whatever amount that you buy tied to an NFT, and then when you buy them, you burn OGY tokens. We have ICP hubs all over the world doing things at colleges, events, and then we have Defendi, of course, out there, globally, just educating people on the internet computer, its capabilities. We have CK Bitcoin from last year. We just got CKF. We're working on CK USDT and USDC. So this is going to be great, guys. Everything that we've been waiting for, the Bitcoin integration, it came. Right. And we did see pumps from that as well. But the thing you got to realize is that when we have such a tight knit integration with Bitcoin, that when Bitcoin goes up and then down, is really volatile, it can create this Bitcoin hammer effect. And I actually took a picture earlier. It looks just like a nail. I want, and this is on Coinbase. I actually found it on the candle charts here so that I can show you. But this is on Coinbase. I'm going to show you a picture that I took earlier. And I was like, wow, the Bitcoin hammer actually made a nail too. I'm like, dang, this really is the Bitcoin hammer. So if you look on here, look at that nail. The Bitcoin hammer literally made a nail down here. Okay. The Bitcoin hammer hammered the internet computer down into a nail at 855. And then we went right back up to like 880 something. So we're probably going to be testing that area that Bitcoin dropped us to. But this news of why we're still going to go parabolic is something I want you to understand. The internet computer has finally seen just the tip of the iceberg of the potential that it has. And so we're all reaping the benefits now. All of us OGs, we're going to have one here in just a second. He just showed up. But we're all going to benefit, and all of you guys that have supported the channel, that have been here for us, thank you guys, and we're all just going to make a hell of a lot of money. So 750 might be a good area. I would be looking at 750. There is a retracement back to 5 possible, but we'll talk about that later. We're going to get into some news. I want to introduce my guest at this time. Let me just add him to the screen here. What is up, William?
Hey guys, thanks for having me. Yeah, I'm flying back to the States today, so I'm like scrambling. So forgive me for my bad appearance, but yeah, I woke up this morning a few minutes ago and looked at the price of ICP and was a little bit disappointed. But yeah, I mean, sometimes you got to go down to go back up. We haven't really retraced that much. If you looked at it, I think it's been a slow retrace. So I'm still very, very bullish, just even in the next few weeks.
Okay, just go ahead and introduce yourself, and kind of, I want to know your opinion before we kind of go into news and stuff, of why you think that this, because we've been talking about this on the channel, we're going to talk about it again in the news, but what do you think the catalyst, the biggest catalyst for this pump? Because a lot of cryptos did not see the gains that the internet computer has. Do you think it is purely monetary, or do you think it is things inside the ecosystem and the backbone of the internet computer that has paved the way for this big move to the upside?
Yeah, great question. So I'll answer the first part, a little bit about myself. So I used to run the Fast Blocks news desk, which was built on the internet computer. I also have worked with the Dfinity and ICP newsletter and worked with the marketing team. And so disclaimer there, I do currently do marketing work for ICP in the context of a grant. So
Nice.
Of course, I'm bullish about the project. I would only work with projects that are that I think are world changing. Right, I had the luxury to do that. ICP is one of them. So you can find me williamlaurent.com. You can find me on Twitter. I'm William Laurent 3. I write a lot about crypto, about Web3. Was just speaking about AI at a big conference. So et cetera, et cetera. Just less about me and more about ICP. I think your question is great. I had a Twitter space yesterday where we speculated on this. And then I think the day before, Isaac, who you know of Code and State, had a Twitter space where there was a lot of speculation as well. And the speculation was all over the place, but I think it's a confluence of people waking up, right? And I think it was more organic, this rally, than people think. You have the work that's being done by the ICP hubs currently, right? And they're continuing to grow. I think there was 15. I think there's almost 20 now, but they're doing evangelism every day. They're having events, like somewhere in the world, there's an event going on. There's a boot camp going on, like continually. So you have that one dimension. Then you have the traction that Dom's been getting with world governments, right? That whole thing that he was doing. Where was it? In Dubai, I think, with the carbon caps,
both
right?
of them. Yeah.
Yeah, you have in that context, you have what's happened with Feder Italy, right? Where you have governments coming and saying, hey, we're going to do supply chain management. We're going to do authentication of manufactured goods on the internet computer, on your blockchain. You have a lot of stuff coming out of there are other government things that are happening right behind the scenes. Oh, sorry, the whole subnet with the EU, right, where ICP is going to be providing their first real private subnet to the German Democratic Republic. So these things are like, I can't even keep track of them. They're just like coming day after day. So
yeah, man, it all blends together, doesn't it?
It does. And I have a little. I don't have as much insight into the inner workings as I used to, but I can tell you that they have some really, really talented people now that are doing PR, that are doing marketing, that are getting ICP in, say, like CoinMarketCap or CoinDesk or Cointelegraph, and you'll see these news stories about ICP bubbling up a lot more than they used to. So I just think the awareness has been raised, and then when people, now that this rally's happened and our market cap went, I think, in the top 20, people are looking at this a lot more and be like, wow. And then when they scratch the surface and say, this technology really is game changing. It's much more decentralized than anything out there. And oh, by the way, the market cap is 1/10 of what Solana is. This thing should be much higher.
Right. Yeah, and so we could see a big move like Solana had happen in the last bull run. We could really see ICP become a top 10 crypto in this bull run. I honestly didn't think that, with everything that happened with the SEC and just like all of that stuff and them kind of steering clear of the United States a little bit, I've noticed. I think that is going to come to an end. What I think Definity is doing is reaching everywhere that they can legally right now, so they don't have to worry about any kind of like legal repercussions. And then in the future, when they can get clear guidelines and regulation in the US, then they're going to evangelize here more. They do have ICP Hub North America, but they spend a lot of time in Canada. I'm not going to lie to you there. So, but the US is kind of a scary place for a company to be after what happened with Ripple. But if you realize, I read some news today about XRP, that the XRP community has basically left the narrative of the SEC behind because of all of the capabilities and all of the Dapps and ecosystem stuff built on there. So what does the internet computer do, right? The internet computer is building Dapps, it's building DeFi, it's building the ecosystem behind it, which is what stopped the XRP community from being scared about the SEC, because there's still a backbone behind the XRP community and the XRP ledger, right? So I think we're going to go into some news now, and then hopefully Six Figs will be on here, and we'll kind of come back to here. And then we're going to talk some more, and then we're going to look at the price. We're going to look at some oscillators, and just kind of get an idea. And if you need to jump off at any time, like you can just let me know, and you can jump off. You got to catch your flight. So
yeah, I gotta get ready. Yeah, I can hang for a few more minutes. Absolutely, thanks.
Cool. So let's get to some news here. Let me see. I believe it's this one. Okay. Let me just share my screen. Sorry, that's the intro, but okay. So we are going to talk about the event, because William just kind of he mentioned events across the world. Well, the internet computer is actually transforming fintech. The Internet Computer Sustainable Edge at NOAA Conference by Asen Connolly, and she is a Definity employee, it looks like. The privacy and sustainability leader, it looks like, at Definity. So they're showcasing the VRC platform as shown at COP28 UAE. And this is where you were talking about in Dubai that Dominic Williams is in with the government there. The government in Portugal is also acceptive of crypto, and one of the biggest hubs in the world, that the internet computer is the leading blockchain there. And OpenChat is the leading social media platform on the internet computer, closely ran by Discover, but it also has been an SNS, it has been a DAO, and it is adding autonomous finance platforms. So ICP continues to propel Swiss innovation and sustainable business practices. So this is ICP taking over the world still. This is why we are going to see a sustainable move to the upside. So ICP hubs are an exciting journey this year. It's a never-ending adventure. Check out the epic ICP hackathons, ideathons, conferences, and meetups that went down last week. So we're just going to kind of fly through these because we have a lot to talk about today. So ICP.Hub Hong Kong rocked with the Taipei Week conference. They nailed 2 panel discussions on crucial topics. So this is something near and dear to my heart, and we are building a game called ICP Renegades. You can get the NFT on Tonic Marketplace, and we are also airdropping tokens. The last airdrop, the top 5 holders got $37 each if they held the tokens just for like a couple days after they got them. On-chain revolution, the power of DeFi. So these are something that we talk about on the channel a lot, because there are some great games like Cubetopia. Dragons is a new one that's coming out. They had this one that was like, I believe John Wick or something like that. But they just have a ton of cool games that you can earn crypto on and just play and have fun, like Boxy Dude. I think Goodnight Punks has a game now. There's just so many games out there that I would just kind of go check out the internetcomputer.org dashboard and see those. I will link this tweet in the chat though. Sorry, my voice is getting kind of Rough here. Let me take a drink.
Yeah, and you mentioned open chat a little bit earlier. And for those of you that are on this live stream that haven't used open chat, go use it because you'll save the $8 a month on what you're paying on Slack, and it has the same functionality. So open chat is going to be huge.
There's a link in the description below, actually. You can join our portal and you can get airdrops and rain over there. So
Cool.
ICP.hub Portugal, success lies in active community involvement. And that's what I want to thank you guys, because this is the only way that ICP gets out to the community is because you guys show love and smash a like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff is going to not only help the channel, but it's going to help ICP. It's going to get the word out about it. And it's going to create a domino effect. Like we talked about, what was the reason for the big parabolic movement? Well, it started with CKBTC, then it went to CKF, then we get, traction. It's like a snowball. The more people that buy, the bigger whales that buy, the more retail investors that buy, the more the price goes up, the more people search for videos. We educate them on it. They want ICP more and they buy more. And it's just a snowball effect. But it couldn't happen without you guys. So I want to say thank you for that. And people like William and Six Figs and all the people, the OGs holding it down. And even the new guys, they're just killing it out there. So I just want to shout out Blockchain Pill, Jerry Banfield, Bobby O, Six Figs, all these guys just holding it down for ICP. But in Portugal, this is one of the biggest crypto hubs and the most important one in the world right now. So, and then we go to Thailand. And as you see, every single one of these events has tons of people, and they're going to different universities all over the world. Thailand is just killing it right now, though, with ICP. Philippines, one of my favorite hubs because I want to go to the Philippines one day. Used to have a Filipino girlfriend, so I really like the culture, and I just think the Philippines would be a fun place to go. So, but ICPHub.Philippines accomplished so much and is thrilled to announce exciting plans for next year. Check out the highlights from Web3 Winter Wonderland Year in Event. So they are just killing it. Women in crypto just holding it down. And there's a dude too, but so I do want to go on to the market week in review. Crypto's highs and lows with ICP and this other crypto. Don't really care. Honestly, is that synthetics? Maybe that's what it is. I don't care though. Over the past week, Bitcoin and Ethereum, which I do care about, experienced modest declines, ranging from 1.8% to 3.6% when compared to the US dollar. Concurrently, several crypto assets showcase impressive double-digit gains, with ICP, HNT, Bonk, and Wu leading the surge throughout these 7 days. And as you see, ICP is the biggest gainer of all the cryptos. So this is pretty cool because the internet computer sat at 30 to 40 for a while. We went to like 40, the 40 or 50th spot. Maybe not 50, but we went really far down. And now we've broke the top 20, which is really important. So all of these different articles around here are just, I can't find a whole lot of ICP news that is just news. There's just, everybody wants to talk about the price analysis. But I do, before we get back and talk with William for a minute, I want to just go over this. The internet computer also has smart contracts known as canisters. In addition, it is an Ethereum virtual machine, EVM, meaning that Dapps created in its ecosystem can communicate with those built in Ethereum. ICP price has jumped because of its embrace of Bitcoin. And so this is what I was telling you on the channel the other day. This was my first reason why the price went up. And the second one was because of that snowball effect that I told you. The ecosystem is what is behind the ability for ICP to pump like that. You can't just think that, oh yeah, just a lot of people put money in. Well, they wouldn't put money in if it wasn't a top tier blockchain and it was fast, cheap, and efficient. So, and then it's integrated with the top 2 cryptos in the world. So we could see ICP at number 3, but Bitcoin, the biggest cryptocurrency in the world, this integration means that its canister smart contracts can receive, hold, and send Bitcoin on the Bitcoin network. In other words, these canisters can work like other users holding Bitcoin on the Bitcoin network. The implication of this is that the internet computer can be used to trade Bitcoin, perform decentralized swaps, and handle other Bitcoin smart contracts features. It also has CKBTC, which is backed 1-to-1 by Bitcoin. So, and we have the Ethereum one now. So, and internet computer, I never even realized that it is actually an Ethereum virtual machine now. so that dApps can be created in its ecosystem and they can communicate with those built on Ethereum for ICP. This is just huge. That means that it is so tightly integrated with Ethereum now that it can basically do everything that Ethereum can do and add value of cheap, efficient, fast gas fees, all of that, like no gas fees. Just everything that is going to benefit those on Ethereum as well as ICP. We're going to gain a lot of volume in transactions from Ethereum, and Ethereum is going to gain scalability, efficiency, and cheap gas fees. So it's like a really good sister network, like Vitalik Buterin said. And I think he and Dominic Williams are probably friends. And I'll bet you that this was in the works from, whenever Dominic Williams started in 2016. I bet you he was talking with Vitalik Buterin and was like, hey, this blockchain could integrate directly with Ethereum in a way that doesn't require a bridge. And so Vitalik is like, yeah, if you can do it, man, I'll definitely say it's a sister network. And it was done. So anyway, let's get back to the chat. Hopefully Six Figs is here. Okay, Six Figs can make it. But
yeah, I'm super excited by the CK ETH, and I'd like to drill in a little bit more technical when I have time. Like the Ethereum EVM, does it run in a canister? Like, how's that working? It's just amazing that they were able to accomplish that so quickly on the heels of CK-BTC, right? It was just like boom, boom.
Yeah, and I don't think that anybody expected it to happen this fast. Like I didn't. I was like thinking February at soonest. That was my prediction on the Ethereum integration, and it just came out quickly. They did postpone it, but that was just to make sure everything's running correctly and getting the testnet, functioning and making sure there's no issues. So I'm okay with that, and it came out at the perfect time because let's say the CK-ETH integration came out 2 months ago, 3 months ago, right? And then the price goes up a little bit, but then we dump back down and we might have been sitting around $6 right now. So it really could have affected, like when you release something, it's really good to read the market. Like if you're doing an SNS launch, if you're doing, an NFT project, if you're building a Dapps, like OpenChat and another one, whatever people are building, it's going to be better to read the market signals and launch right before a nice, parabolic movement to the upside, or at least a small movement to the upside so that you can actually get the benefits of people searching. And that's what's happening right now. All over the internet, people are searching for the internet computer now. They're like, whoa, what is this crypto that just integrated with Bitcoin? What is this crypto that can do social media, that can rebuild the whole internet on Web3? And what is this crypto that just went from $2.83 to $12 in a matter of 3 months?
Right. Yeah. Amazing. Absolutely.
Sorry, man. I get excited about this, like really, because I knew about this, and like so did you, and like a lot of other people, and we told people for 2 years now. Like I know you've been around as long as I can remember in the ICP ecosystem, and I don't know if it's been 2 years or not, but just people like us that are out there advocating, even when the price goes down. A lot of people left. Crypto left. Just a ton of like people I looked up to in the space, and was like, they left, before the price goes up. That's like the biggest rule. If you're going to be in crypto and you're going to invest in a project, at least see it through till the bull market. If you're starting in the bear market and you don't see it through the bull market, I don't know.
Yeah, no, we call it tourists because I'm involved with some other blockchains too. And you see the people very active in the community. And then when the candles go red, they just disappear. Candles green, and then they come back again like, oh, hey, what's going on? Meanwhile, the OGs are the ones that have been there day in, day out building that community, right? So it's a little bit like, hey, okay, you're just a tourist. You're only coming in here when times are good. Now, in the case of ICP, I do know a lot of people that bought when it was like, over 100 and it was coming down, and they just feel it's difficult to FOMO them even with these moves, right? Maybe if it does a 5x from here short term, but it's having paper hands in crypto is FOMO is not a good thing, but once you're in, you can't have paper hands.
No, I mean, it's the thing. It's like, well, if you are going to have paper hands, at least do it in a bull market. so that you can
Right.
make a profit. Like the whole point of getting in crypto, like if you love crypto, well, it's because of crypto. But the reason, if we're going to be honest, the mass majority of people get into crypto is because they want to make a profit, right? So
Right.
if you're just buying a crypto and then you don't understand the cycles and you don't understand how cryptos can go way down in the bear market, and you're selling at the lowest point, then we're taking your money, man. I don't like to take anything from people, but if you're going to give it to me and just sell your crypto, I'll buy it and then make
Right.
a profit with it. I mean, I don't mind doing that because you shouldn't be in crypto if you don't understand that it's the most basic thing you can learn. Do your research, read the white paper of the crypto, find out the team, look at the
Right.
ecosystem, look at, the charts is one of the last things I look for because that is one of the indicators that is only going to tell me a short-term price movement. And then resistance and support isn't going to tell me, is this a good project? It doesn't matter if there's $100 million in it. If there's crappy developers in a crappy project, the project isn't going to make it. Even if the chart skyrockets, it's
Right.
going to go back down and then everybody's going to lose their money. So that's what ICP, that's why they have 8-year gang. In my opinion, I want to hear your opinion on that too. But it is because this is a crypto that is just getting started in the technology phase, and it's going to be around here for a very long time. I believe, I don't know this for sure, but I'm sure a lot of the original Definity team still has a lot of their crypto locked up on the NNS, just like most of us, because they
Right.
believe in the project, not necessarily because they want to be rich, but they're like, okay, we're going to lock this up. I know you have a nice amount of ICP locked up. I don't know if that's a secret or not. I'm not going to say how much or if I even know, but I wanted you to tell people why, if you are an 8-year gang, why, and what conviction did you have through this bear market to not sell your NNS on ID Geek for saying just
Yeah,
hit and run.
that's a great question. I don't have that big of a bag. I wish it was. Although with this rally, the bag has definitely increased. So I have liquid ICP, which I keep to trade. I haven't sold any of that. I've never sold any of my ICP. Just FYI. But I do also have an 8-year neuron, a couple 8-year neurons that I started to dissolve just because I'll lose the voting rewards, but any more than 8 years is a little bit difficult. I like to be a little bit more liquid. So I think they're down to about 7 years to go. But I think that's a good strategy to have. Invest if you're going to be in the ICP, like have a little liquid ICP that you might want to trade with or transact with or get NFTs with or whatever, and then have your neurons because when you look at the yield that you're getting, it's a lot better than putting it in the bank, right? No matter what
Right.
currency that you're in.
For sure. So, what gave you the conviction, like I asked, to
Yeah. Okay.
possibly hold that? Because you can sell your NNS, you can sell your Neuron on ID Geek. So why didn't you, like, crypto is good, and nothing against the guy, he's a good, good dude.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like him, why didn't you just take why didn't you take your ball and go home?
Well, if you look at it's not just about the as you say, it's not just about the. I mean, okay, three things or four things. You have the community, right, which is fantastic. You have the developers, you have the product, you have like Dom's vision. It's just a combination of it's Dom's vision. He's got the team to carry it out. We have the community to support it, right?
Sure.
When we're getting better at marketing, right? But also, if you want to switch over to a technical chart perspective, if we both agree that the technology is superior to anything that's out there, and then you look at our market cap, and it's so much lower than other things, right? Like I don't like Cardano at all, and developers are leaving Cardano in droves, right? There hasn't been anything built on Cardano. Look at the market cap of Cardano compared to ICP. So even if you're looking at it from a technical perspective, you got to have that conviction. So my point is, to come full circle, is that I think there's multiple layers or multiple dimensions of what my conviction is.
That's good, man, because a lot of people, they don't understand what the community has been through these last couple of years. And it's been hard. Like even somebody as diehard as me and like it doesn't mean that it wasn't hard for us to survive the bear market, right?
Mhm.
But what we did is we kept busy. we kept just pushing, we kept making content, we kept our minds busy, so that the psychological effect of the market, which happens to everybody, I don't care if you say it doesn't, you have to deal with it in some kind of way. And the best way to do that is to help build that community when we're down, because then we reap the rewards when the market moves up and people start to actually realize what the internet computer is. So we'll take a couple questions. I don't think you have probably time to stay around for the chart, so maybe we'll take questions now.
Yeah, I'm gonna bail. Yeah. But
Okay,
I
cool.
mean, speaking of community, look, you have a comment there from El Chingon, and he's everywhere. Like he supports all the creators. He supports all. This is like, guy's amazing.
Yes, he is, for sure. He said they're backsliders, but let's see. He is also saying, I heard in a gaming discussion on X recently that there will be a Fortnite-like game being released on ICP in 2024. Details could not be given. That's crazy, because I was just talking to my friend about this earlier. I was like, wouldn't it be cool if they had a Fortnite game on the internet computer?
Yeah.
Because my friend in the building here, he is a Fortnite gamer. So that's pretty cool. Let's see if I can't get a question for you, though. Oh, we got tons up here. Okay. Oh, this is the one. Did you guys see the tweet by Dom reaching out to Elon Musk?
I have not. Like I was just looking for that. I don't see anything. Was that a reply tweet, or was that a tweet?
That's a good question. There's Clipster right there. That's the homie. He plays Fortnite. Moderator too. But yeah, if you can find that, just share it right here. I don't know if it was a question or not. It might have been a reply to an Elon tweet. Let me just look with you here.
Yeah, I'm looking right now.
Okay. Let me know if you get it.
I don't see it.
Okay.
Oh, someone, yeah, okay. Someone said they replied to Dom, said, have you reached out to Elon Musk to see about what ICP can offer? Dom responded and said, we haven't, but will at some point. And that was December 14th.
Oh, well, at least there's discussions in the work, because if you remember with Michael Saylor and Elon Musk, this actually could bring up a very good point, and who knows what's in the works, right? Before Elon Musk ever invented Bitcoin, invested in Bitcoin, he had discussions with Michael Saylor. There was, going to be a plan to be a talk in the works, and then the talk happened, and then a couple months later, Elon Musk invested like $2.5 billion into Bitcoin. So if there is a discussion, I think Dominic Williams has the reputation and the credibility to actually get Elon Musk's ear in a real way, especially if he's like, hey, Vitalik, come talk to Elon with me or something, like get Mark Cuban on your team, like come at Elon in 6 different ways, I don't know. But I really think that this could really push the ICP ecosystem forward. That is very bullish for me.
Yeah, I mean, we know that Elon is receptive to crypto, right? So we know that
all the news.
Yeah, and if you look at some of the things that he's talked about, the direction that he wants to take X, and he talks about this everything app, right? He's discussed this, is that you're going to have to incorporate some of these aspects of decentralization, or some of these aspects of effective creator monetization, where people can get micro tips. So right now, it's very, very difficult to get monetized on Twitter. You have to get 5 million impressions per month. Come on. But if I create a banger post, or you create like, a cool NFT or a picture or something, a photo, whatever, and I want to give you $1 tip, that's how it needs to be enabled, right? And we can do that on many, many SocialFi applications already. That's the direction I think Elon needs to move Twitter, and hopefully he will.
And I believe that's going to be very, very integrated with a lot of different cryptos. The way that you can, tip, you'll be able to tip with a lot of different cryptos. I think it will be directly integrated with a blockchain, and we will see X move to a Web3 social media platform eventually. That's
Right.
just my opinion, though. And speaking of X tracks. So we have 3 launches right now on the SNS launchpad to become DAOs. We have Neutronite, Tracks, and Gold DAO. Now, I've invested in one of these so far. I am trying to get enough to get 8 ICP, which is like, I don't know, $70 right now, which is a little bit cheaper than it was. Or see what I can get here. I don't know how much the minimum. So this one's 5. So if I can get a total of 13 ICP, I can participate in all 3 of these. And so I've made anywhere from 2x to 20x on any one that I did here, completed. I did IC Ghost. I believe I did I do Open Chat? I don't think I did Open Chat. Maybe it was Open Chat that I did. I did 2 of them. And I think I did Dragons too. No, I missed Dragons. I did Open Chat, and I think I did Kinnick as well, and maybe Hot or Not and Ghost. But these are all very profitable. I've made a lot of money off the SNS DAOs. So William, how can they come over here and support these projects?
Yeah, I have not invested in any of the SNS DAOs. I have to admit that. I do know a lot of the founders, so I probably should do more along these lines. But I mean, I look, I love tracks. Like Tom is an amazing dude, and what they're doing. Like all music is going to have to go on chain, like sooner than later. So, what is the minimum to get in here?
This one is just 1, man, for tracks. You can just 1 ICP. I mean, that is cool, because what if you turn 1 ICP into 10?
Well, how
You
long
know,
is the vesting period usually? How long do you have
so
to be?
that depends. It depends on the project. They could give you, some that unlock right away. You could get some that unlock in a couple of months. It could be a year. It all depends. You kind of have to go in and look at their proposal on
Mhm.
exactly what they did. So you'd have to do your own research before you invest in this, to understand like exactly how long the staking period is going to be and when you will get those tokens unlocked. So that is definitely a good point and something that you should know. But this is a minimum of 1. This one is a minimum of 5. They have a minimum direct commitment of 120,000 ICP. So me and William are telling you, at least come over here and check them out. Get over here on the NNS. And support these projects. And Gold DAO, every time you buy a gold NFT, they're going to burn OGY tokens. And I think they're probably going to integrate some kind of a burn mechanism for these GLD Gov tokens. And
Mhm.
they're just the governance token, I guess, for the Gold DAO. And the gold token minimum participation is 8, but this one has already very much surpassed the minimum commitment and is on its way to the full commitment. So that is awesome.
Yeah, that's amazing. I saw Kinnick down there, and Wyatt is a amazing dude. I've had him on my Twitter space. I remember when they were going through the raise, and I helped get the word out, but I probably should have gotten into the DAO as well. So I'm glad that you brought this up to remind me.
Yeah, man, because you came to me for staking questions, and ever since I'm just like, if I can give any information that is going to help people, that's why we have the channel. That's why we have people on the channel, is to just keep that kind of mentality, that vibe going of we support each other. We're here. We're going to make it together. At least I'm not saying we're all going to make it. Not wag me here, but most of us are going to make it that have the conviction. Like Daniel, gone. I hate that. Is there someone else? Because I'm tired of just mentioning crypto is good. Who else left the ecosystem?
I didn't know Daniel's completely gone. That's a shame. I mean, we still talk, but I don't think he's bearish on ICP. I just think there are other things that he wanted to be invested in, like meme coins and things like that. He was looking for the big bang. He'll be back. He'll definitely be back. We'll FOMO him back, Jeff.
Good, good. But yeah, I just think, that kind of thing is the way crypto is. I don't have any ill will towards Daniel because I've been that way about certain cryptos before too, but I have belief in the internet computer for real. Like people are like, oh, you're just doing it for the grant. You know how many videos I made when I wasn't getting a grant,
Right,
when I was
exactly.
losing money in ICP?
Yeah,
That's what counts.
yeah,
It isn't what you say. You can say whatever you want. It's about what you do after what you say, right? So
yeah.
I just want to thank you for coming on the show. I know we didn't have
Yeah, thanks.
a big project to talk about, which, would have been kind of cool, but
Yeah,
I value your opinion. Like you were my grant manager for a while, which
yeah,
is
yeah,
crazy on the channel. And
yeah. Cool, man. Yeah, thanks so much. I'm headed to Florida in a few hours, headed to the States. So I'll catch you soon, man. Thanks again.
yeah, if you're ever in Washington, bro, hit me up for sure.
Absolutely. All
All
right,
right.
Jeff. Thanks, dude.
Peace.
Cheers.
All right. So now we are going to move a little bit further into the episode. I can't see on my phone, so I'm going to have to look in the chat here. Let's see. What do you think about Dominic Williams said in 2024, technology will enter the enterprise IT market, and they are reporting on that, like they just did in that tweet that we saw earlier at the NOAA conference. So, but that wasn't Dominic Williams talking about that. That's another member of the team. So, it was a reply to someone asking when he would. Oh, cool. That's good information though. Tesla phone ICP everything app. Wouldn't that be cool if ICP, you had to pay an ICP to run your Tesla phone? That would be cool. So let's keep going down. Smash that like button, please, guys. Bag for tokenized folks. Okay, well, much love. Okay, let's get into some price action now. We want to see what is going on with the price. So let's get over here first. I want to actually reset this. Okay. Okay, this is what we want. So the RSI 14 is saying to sell. This has been basically the same for a while. We did have the MACD, which was sell before. It is neutral. We have the buy signal here for the moving average there, and then the whole moving average. So those aren't really very good indicators right now. I just wanted to show you that a lot of stuff is neutral. We do have the same amount of buy as sell and neutral, so everything is looking like it could actually recover. We are going to see, retracements though as we go through the market. I'm going to reset this. So now in the 15-minute, we are neutral on the price score, very positive on the volatility, volume positive, impulse positive, technical neutral again. So we're going to just see volatility. When we see this volatility very positive, as well as the neutral indicator, it means that we could bounce off from like 8 to 11, down to 9, back up to 10, back down to 8. These are the things that you need to scoop up while you can. Dollar cost average on the internet computer, not financial advice, but this is, or trading. This is just how you navigate the market. And you have to do all the research for yourself to figure that out for yourself. But I'm showing you, that there are these price targets that I'm watching. You should be watching too when you do your research. So volatility on the 1 hour is looking positive, neutral, very positive, dominance. So this means when it's very positive that we are very correlated with Bitcoin, which is why I'm going to show you the Bitcoin hammer now. We're going to come back and look at the 4 hour. Don't let me forget, because I always say, oh, we'll come back, and then I forget to do it. But so I do want to show you this pattern. This is a Bitcoin hammer, everybody. And I finally narrowed it down. It's been hard for me to find on any chart besides a line chart. And I was like, man, maybe this pattern doesn't really exist. Maybe I'm just hopeful. No, this is a real pattern. I'm going to show you side by side with ICP. Okay, so we're going to mark on this line. Oh my God. We're going to mark on this line right here, $9.48. Okay, but we're going to bring it over here to this one so you can see. December 20th at 2 p.m. It looks like 1400. So 2 p.m. 1400. Let's go to Bitcoin right here. 1300. Wait, hold on. Oh, whoops, I did the wrong one. One more over. There we go. 1300. And then 1300. So I want you to see. Okay. I don't know what this line is doing right here. Get rid of that. So as you see right here, this 1300, we have this big spike with Bitcoin, and this is going to prove my point. It's called the Bitcoin dominance hammer. Okay, I just made it. I made that name up. But as you see over here, we get this little spike. If we move this away, you can see it's not as big as the Bitcoin. It only goes half up. That's the dominance. Okay, and then it finds this area where it plateaus as resistance. Okay, let's go look at Bitcoin. Well, Bitcoin, it goes up further and then down. So what happens is it pushes the price of the internet computer down. Okay, we get this push, go back up to the same price because Bitcoin was keep on going up and then pushing us down, pushing us down. Then we get this candle on 1600. 1600. Okay, hold on. Can I get that right? Right here on, hold on. 19. Okay, sorry, it's over here at 1900. 1900. Okay, hold on here. So we have this big one at 1600. And then what happened here on 1600? Okay, so we pump up to this resistance line. And then when Bitcoin retraces down here, pushes it down, and then we get over here to the 1900, then we get pushed down even further. And then it causes a tumble effect because people sell off. So that's what happens. It pushes us up to a resistance. We cannot break above that resistance because Bitcoin is going volatile. And then it pushes, and Bitcoin goes back to the same price. So it goes back to right where it started at, right around here. As you see, it pushes right back up to that price several times. And it's really hard to see on this chart compared to the line chart. It makes it very clear. But I'm trying to break it down in these smaller time frames so that you can see. But it doesn't work out perfectly because the 1900 here is this candle, but it does push us up, you know, to that resistance because it keeps trying to go up to that when Bitcoin pumps back up. And as you see, this candle pumped way down and then back up. So that's why that happened. And then we lose the support level and it pushes ICP down again. It's not a perfect science. Yeah, I haven't perfectly figured it out, but this is the closest thing that I've found to evidence that this is a real pattern. It does have a little bit of discrepancy in the time, so maybe it's even on a smaller time frame that you can see it, but this looks like a 1 hour Bitcoin hammer, Bitcoin dominance hammer, in my opinion. So anyway, let's do some technical analysis and see where we're going. It does look like we have a possible inverse head and shoulders pattern forming here, and I would like to see it somewhere right around here. This line here, actually, let me get a better line because that one's going to get in the way. You guys can see this, right? Okay. Doing the whole thing without you being able to see. No, so let me just get a line here. We can even go from here down over to here. Okay, so we have this shoulder over here. This is on the 1 hour, mind you. So we have this, or we could even say that this is the shoulder. So if this one doesn't play out, we could actually have a bigger one. Damn. We could have some inverse head and shoulders. Ooh, maybe not. That neckline is a little one. Oh, it's almost perfect. So we could have an inverse head and shoulders here, which we're going to do the math and see where these could go. So we have the first one, which is not a very big one. I mean, both of them would be the same, right? So yeah, we wouldn't go up very far if this does play out, but it would bring us back up to $9.98. So that would be a good level. We've already skyrocketed about 20, 30 cents. We went up to 9.21 this hour while we were talking, maybe, I don't know. But we could end up back at $9.98. This is where I'm looking to. And look at this level back here on the 1 hour. If we go back after this major pump right here, so this is going to be a level of resistance to get above at about $9.18 because it was support over here, right? And then it was resistance over here. And we have lost this level, support here, support, boom. So now what we have is this support level down here at about $8.72 on the 1 hour. So this is an area of box support or box resistance. So this is going to be a hard level to get above. But we also do have a falling wedge pattern here as well, which I'm seeing now. Kind of going like this. So let me get rid of this line so we can just see that better. But it looks like a lot of bullish patterns forming on the 1 hour chart right now. We have this, you know, kind of descending triangle that broke to the downside. 6 Figs, I believe, called this last night. This was only a couple hours ago this happened, but he did call it a descending triangle somewhere. I think it might have been over here. I'm not 100% sure. We did have a falling wedge, which we still do have. I just accidentally erased the wrong line. Let's see here, though. Yeah, we got this nice falling wedge pattern, and it could bring us back up to the top here of this wedge, which is the area that I would be looking at for volatility if we do move to the upside at 1139. But if we're going to keep going down, we need to look at the bigger charts, the bigger time frames. Let's see if 6 Figs is in here. Nope. Okay. Okay, he's not here. He can come. You don't like me? No, I'm just kidding. He probably did. He said he might be here. So I wasn't really expecting him, but if he showed up, cool. And this does look like a bull flag still. So this is cool. On the 4 hour, it looks like we do have a bull flag. It is kind of meaty. It's a beefy one. It's beefy. But we do have like this bull flag falling wedge, which is basically a bull flag is just a falling wedge or a symmetrical triangle with a flagpole. And this brings us up to about that $15 range. And what I want to show you about that $15 range is the EMA 100. Look at this candle though on the weekly. If we could stay, you know, in this area or even go down on the net, we could have another big bull flag on the weekly. But what I wanted to show you is this big level of support goes all the way back here at $9. This big level where we are sitting under right now from $9 all the way up to $9.30 is where we need to close this week, or we could see a retracement all the way down to this $8 level. We went to $8.55, but there could be a move all the way down to this $8 level if we fail to close above $9.03 to $9.26. If we close somewhere around there, that's cool too, but we can't close below this $9.03 because this is big support that is going back a long ways, which we turned into resistance for the very first time in almost 2 years. So this is a very big level. And then if we correlate that with the EMA, I believe the EMA 50, EMA 50. Oh, well, let's just do EMA. I don't know why I put 50 on there. Are you new? Are you new, son? So this EMA 50 is going to be very important. Oh, I mean the 100. Damn. 100. We beat the EMA 50, but that is going to be a good support for us down there. But this EMA 100 is where we could see a nice bull flag movement up to this upside right here. So if we do fail to get above here, I do see a possible move back down to $8, which would be okay because then we could have some sort of a bull flag play out on the daily, as long as we don't close at exactly $8, even if we just, you know, wick down to $8 and then come back up here somewhere around $8.80 and close. But I think we're going to close above this. I think we have, you know, about 4 or 5 days left before we have our final close. We are starting to get not being overbought anymore, which is good. Now, this monthly chart is another one I want to look at because this is, let's just get rid of everything here. This is going to be a very big indicator of where we're going to go next. Because look, now we have a cup and handle. This is what I was telling you the other day that is a very big possibility because once we hit this big level, it's going to be really hard to close above this. As you see, we have only wicked above this level in over 2 years. So we need to get above this level and stay above this level to close even on the monthly as well to remain bullish. But in the meantime, even if we don't on the monthly, we could see a pullback over here on the next month when we get to January, which we're going to have a Santa rally. We're going to make a video about that during the last 5 days of December and the first 2 days of January. So that's where the Santa rally is going to be at. We have massive volume on the monthly, just rising every single month. There is no reason for me to believe that we will not close above this $9.03 range. This is where I'm really looking to. Now let's take a look at the daily, and then we're going to call it a day. But look at that. It's a beautiful bull flag. It's the giraffe neck bull flag. Okay. Giraffe neck bull flag. It's a really weird bull flag, but a bull flag nonetheless. Okay. Falling wedge, flagpole. Almost a symmetrical triangle. So I'm just going to go from here all the way up to that. Funky looking bull flag, but hey, excuse me. If this one plays out, where are we going to go? So the one on the weekly says about $16. And what does this one say? Right around $16. So we could really see this. Six Figs called this out. I do see a falling wedge. As long as we can stay above this $8.90, I think it's 93, not 95. Go down. So somewhere right around 886. If we can stay above this level, we could make a falling wedge breakout. We could test this top at 1070, but there is going to be some resistance at 982. There's going to be some resistance at 930, and we could see this bounce in here and this both like get negated, or we could see a move to the upside. But I'm telling you, if we break above this 1063 level and then continue above 1192, we're going to go to 16. So if we break 1192, we're going to 16. If we break 60, we could possibly see this 1192. Then if we break that, we keep going. So that's what I see. I'd also be watching the 713 level just in case like catastrophe happens. Catastrophe. That's not a word, but catastrophe. Catastrophes. So this is a bull pennant. So they're the same thing. They just, you have two ways of doing it. You can call them a bull flag or bull pennant. But this one is more of a bull pennant if you want to get like really technical. Thanks for calling me out on that. I appreciate it. No. Bologna. Okay, crypto. Be right back. No problem with future price increase. No. So I want to explain my 50x video from ICP. I was talking about it $5. 50x from $5. So my 10x or my 25x from $10 is $250. 50x from $5 is $250. I didn't change my price. I just want to make that clear because I was like, wait, 50x people would think I might be talking about where we're at now. No, at $5. We gotta remember there was a $5 mindset not that long ago. Now we have a $10 mindset. Soon we're gonna have a $20 mindset, a $50 mindset, 100. Then we go from 100 to 250, somewhere in there. If we go over that, then I will give you $1. If we go over that, $1. Korea. Still huge market influences. Yeah, that's true. ICP Hub at Korea is doing big partnerships. They're just doing it big, man. Korea holding it down. Is Korean? Anyo Haseao. I think that's Korean. Anyo Haseao. Anyo Haseao. Anyo Haseao. I could be wrong. Yeah, I think it's it's Korean. Yeah, Korean. Scott Summers. Oh man. I just don't have an opinion on Scott Summers. Let's just say that. Not good or bad. South Korea. And also China too. You got to check out Herbert. But guys, get over to the NNS. Let's get tracks going, man. They only need 40,000 more ICP. And if you guys even put one ICP in, you're helping because it gets the number up. And then people are like, oh, more people, let's do this. Let's finish this. So they got a couple days left and they're almost to their goal. So let's push them over the top. Tracks is awesome, man. I can't wait to see Eminem on there. All right, guys, let's go over to some more questions or... Anyo Haseao. Okay. Anyo Haseao. Anyo Haseao. I was telling my friend the other day that if I have a kid, I'm going to name her Anna May. Anime. A-N-I. And then her middle name is going to be May. M-E. Annie May. Anime. I think that would be a cool name. Anyo Haseao. Oh my. Anyo Haseao. Annyeong Haseyo means how are you? Okay, cool. Yeah, I thought so. Man, it's been so long and my brain doesn't want to work right now very well because I'm tired. But I don't know how many people are here, but I want to thank you guys for being here. Not 100%. 38 live. Wow, we're not stopping, man. You guys are everything to me, though, because this was my dream years ago. Like, I kind of lost that dream a little bit because I wanted to go to 100K subscribers quick. And then I realized, well, maybe that's not that possible, because I'm kind of new. And a lot of the videos I made back in the day are cringe, man. I'm not going to lie. But I've really refined my technique. And with you guys supporting me, it's easy. So I'm willing to put it in the work if you smash that like button. Let's go. All right, guys. You have a good Christmas. That being said, goodbye and good ICP.